Hello and welcome back to my channel. In today's tutorial we are going to talk about how to make the cover page on a composition notebook. Now I know you've seen it all over your social media feed. I've seen it on mine as well. So I'm going to show you how to create the design and how to print it. So there's going to be a two-part in this tutorial. First is the design and the printer settings. Now I'm also going to show you the designs that I made. If you'd like to get a copy of those as well, then you'll be able to click the link in my bio and find out how to get your own. So if you like what you see and you want to know how I made it, stay tuned. Alright, so once you're inside Canva, you'll want to go up and add a new design. You'll hit custom size. For this one, I'm using 6.75 in width and 9.75 in height, and that's because I'm using the Pen and Gear composition book that you can get from Walmart, and that size worked best for my book, but you'll need to make sure that you measure out your composition book to see if it's the same size. The next thing is to get some type of inspiration. So what I like to do is either go to Pinterest for design ideas, and then I use all of my AI platforms. So I'll go to ChatGPT and I'll say, what are some great back to school themes that I can put on the cover of my notebook? And then it'll give me some ideas, and then from that I'll use that and create a prompt and then put that prompt into one of my AI platforms. Now, I like using ImageFX because it's free, as well as Microsoft Designer. It's another free platform, but you can use any platform that you like. So I'll put that in there and see what it's going to create for me. Now, it came up with this design. I thought it was pretty cute, so I'm going to go ahead and download it, and then I'm going to upload it back into Canva. Alright, so now I'm back in Canva and I'm just going to upload that design, and I don't like the background. It's a little bit too dark, so I'm going to go up to background remover and I'm going to get rid of the purple and just have the hearts and the stars that you'll see. Now also what I want to do is I don't like the letters. I don't want sparkle. I just want what's there. So I'm going to click edit and then go up to magic erase, and then I'm going to start erasing the letters for sparkle. Okay, so now that it's erased everything and it's just left me with the design, I just have the hearts and the stars. The next thing that I want to do is I want to change the background. So instead of the white, I want to choose something like maybe a purple. So I'm going to go up under elements. I'm going to type in purple gradient background, and I want this to be free, so I'm just going to click on the filter and choose a free option and put that in the back. Alright, so now that I've chosen my background, I want to go up to layers, and I want to show all the layers, and I want to move it so that my design is on top of the background instead of being hidden. So the next thing I want to do is I just want to resize everything on the page so that it looks the way that I want it and I have it positioned correctly. Alright, so the next step is to add more elements to the design. So I'm going to go up under elements, and let's say that I want to add some stars. I'm just going to go and see what stars or white glitter that I can add to the design. Alright, now it's time to add the composition book label onto the template. Now, if you don't have the Pro version, you won't be able to use anything that has the crown, but there are plenty of free options that you can choose from. So I'm just going to select something that I think will look nice, and then I'm going to put that on the page, and I'm going to choose this one over here that's kind of tan and white. And what you'll see me do is I will change the colors. So I'll go up and I'll select the tan that you see, and then I'll change that color to black. Alright, so for this next step I'm just going to add the lines, and to do that you can hit L on your keyboard and it'll bring up a line, and then you can change the color because it'll be white, and you can change it to black. And then I'm going to speed up this part of the video because it's just a matter of adding maybe the letters composition book, as well as making sure, 80 sheets and college ruled is on the bottom, but those are optional. You don't have to put that on there. Alright, so the next thing that you'll want to do is make sure that all of your lines are even. So you'll go up under the three dots, you'll hit space evenly, you'll want to tidy it up, and then from there you want to select everything that's inside, like the composition book, any of the text boxes that you added. You'll want to group them together so that as you move it around on the page, it's all one item and not separate. Okay, so now that you have everything grouped, it's time to add the name. For that, you'll just add another text box. You'll see the font that I'm using. Now, in order to get that effect that you see behind the letters, you'll go up to Effects, and then you will want to select Shadow, and then you can change the color. For this one, I have the pink already highlighted, but if you want to change it to something else, like for example, I'll show you if I changed it to green, what it would look like, but you can choose whatever you like. I'm going to default back to pink because that's the one that I chose. All right, now the next item that I'm going to add, it's going to be like a gradient text. Now that is a pro feature. If you don't have a pro subscription, you won't be able to do this, but I'll show you how to do it in case you're interested. So you'll go down under text, and then you'll find the app that says type gradient, and then you're going to choose that, and then you're going to type in the text box what you want. For this one, I'm going to just type in, be bold, be brave, be you, and put that on the screen. Now, the next thing is if you want to change the colors, you're going to go down to where you'll see the three circles at the bottom. You're going to choose the circle and then go up to where the color pattern is, and then you're just going to move that slider around until you find the color that you want for your first color, and then you'll do the same steps for your second, and then the next step for your last. So I'm just going to move the colors around until I find the right version of the color gradient that I want. Okay, once you have the gradient, you just want to apply the changes so that it can apply it to the design, and then from there we're going to move on to the next part, which is the fun part, which is creating your actual doll that you want to put on there. Okay, so for this next step, it's going to be the same instructions as before. You're going to make sure that you go into your platform, put in the prompt, and then you're going to see what type of image it produces. Now for me, this is what it gave, so I'm going to go with this one right here. So I'm going to download it, and then I'm going to upload it into Canva. Alright, now that it's uploaded into Canva, I'm just going to click on the image, remove the background, position it where I want to on the template, and then it'll be all done. Okay, so now that we're at the printing stage, the one thing that I found out is that you want to make sure that you select this as PDF to print. Now, if you do it as a PNG, it will work, but you'll have to make sure that you choose the right options on your printer. Otherwise, the design will be too large on your page. Now, we're printing on an 8.5 by 11, so what I would suggest is that you do a couple of test prints just on black and white on regular plain paper before you put in your glossy paper. So again, you'll go up to share, you'll hit download, change this instead of PNG, which is defaulted to PDF print, and then I'm just going to select the last page, hit done, and then I'm going to download. Alright, now once it's downloaded, I'm going to show you what to select on your printer. So once you open this up, this will be your design, and then you'll go to the printer icon, and once it pulls up, you're going to select your printer, and then make sure that it's, like I said, if you're doing a test page, then you'll want to change it to black and white so you don't use up all your ink. But you'll go ahead and select color when you're ready to print. Under more settings, again, you're using 8.5 by 11 letter paper. And then under scale, this is where you can change everything. It may automatically be on default. You don't want that. You want to make sure that you select custom 100% so that it'll print it out with your custom sizing that you chose inside of Canva. All right, and then it should print out the way that you want it. And again, you'll just want to make sure that it lines up to your page, to your notebook the way that you want it before you start cutting. All right, so this is the end of the tutorial. I hope you found this video helpful. If so, be sure to comment, like, and subscribe, and let me know what you think. Also, if you want to get your own copy of the designs that I created, as I mentioned before, you can go to my Instagram and click the link in my bio, and then it'll show you how you can get these templates for yourself. All right, thanks again for watching. Until next time.